What's up, guys? It's Ruka here, and Michael is here with me today.
Hello.
And it's been a while since we've done like a general news discussion video, but there's been some interesting stuff that has come out that I wanted to talk about. And we just felt up for it, so we were like, yeah, why not? It's been a while. Oh, hello. Are you coming into the camera? You're usually pretty camera shy. What's up? My cat is just minding her own business. Anyway, so we're gonna start off the news section by talking about Idolmaster and the Shiny Colors anime that's coming out. So I kind of found out about the anime through this because I didn't know that there was gonna be a first season, but there is, and they've already confirmed a second season. Now, obviously, I loved the classic Namco All-Stars era of Idolmaster. Like, that's kind of how I got introduced to the franchise. And then I know a little bit about Cinderella Girls, but I didn't actively follow it. And then, this Shiny Colors is, the most recent iteration of the franchise. I don't know anything about this. The most that I know is from the Starlit Stage game. There were some characters who appear in that game because it's kind of a crossover between all the different iterations of the franchise. But that's about it. I don't know anything about this. I haven't played Shiny Colors. I know that Germ is excited for this though because I messaged him about this article that they already announced the second season and he got so hyped for this. He said that this was his current favorite iteration of the franchise. And yeah, so I'm excited for this. I really liked Million Live because again, I wasn't super familiar with Million Live. I know that it's semi-connected to the Namco All-Stars because they make cameo appearances throughout the games and the anime as well. Hello! Stop kneading at my chair while I'm talking, my cat. Excuse me. But yeah, so Million Live was really cool though to see it kind of being like a spiritual successor sequel to the classic era of the game and seeing characters that I grew up with when I first got into Idolmaster, seeing them make appearances in the Million Live anime just made me so happy. So, yeah, all in all, I'm interested in seeing what Shiny Colors has to offer next. I've heard that they have some really beautiful character design. That Germ said that himself too, that the character design in this iteration in particular is just gorgeous. And just based off the promotional art we have on this article here of the poster for the anime, it's yeah, this does look really pretty and I'm excited to learn what some of these characters are like. We have some of the cast lineup as well down here. So what we basically get here is so the first season is going to be airing this year in April 5th, and then they're going to be doing some screenings in theaters in Japan throughout July through September, so the summer, fall into that, and then fall 2024 is when season 2 is happening. So we're getting 2 seasons of Shiny Colors in the same year. So I'm super interested in what this is gonna be like, since like I said, I don't know that much about Shiny Colors, so I'm interested to learn about what this is like. So yeah. Michael, are you familiar at all with the Idolmaster series? Had you heard of it or know about any of
I've
the games or
I've heard
characters?
of it, but I know nothing about it. So
Okay.
that's why I left it to you.
Yeah. Okay. It's the Idolmaster franchise has been going on for so long. I believe it started as an arcade game in 2005, I feel somewhere around that time frame. So in a way it's kind of it's kind of the same like age as like AKB48 in terms of like how long that they've been going on. I got into it in like 2010, 2011. That's when Second Vision started and when Idolmaster 2 came out, which I own a physical copy of for the PlayStation 3. I don't play it as much as I used to, and the PlayStation 3 that we have is somewhere in my brother's room. But I remember like I was so into it. I loved seeing Idolmaster 2. I loved the anime because that's when the first Idolmaster anime came out for the classic era of the franchises. Like, it was so cool to like kind of experience that, learning about this new game that like that isn't really popular over here in America. Like, there's no official English release. I know that there have been a couple of instances where Idolmaster games have had global international releases, so like people over here can play them, but I don't think a lot of those are available anymore. And some games like Starlit Stage, for example, it's on Steam, but it's region locked. So if you're not from Japan, you can't get it on Steam. So it's like, it's so interesting to see this since yeah, it's not like as globally known as something like Love Live, for example, which is another idol franchise with like a ton of games and anime and stuff. So more people know about that, but not a lot of people know about Idolmaster. So, and again, yeah, with more recent stuff like Shiny Colors, I don't know anything about this, but I'm super, super curious to see what this iteration of the franchise is like, and learning what the characters and stuff, and hearing the music, because Idolmaster music is really good. So yeah, very, very excited for this, just generally speaking. I'm sure once this video comes out, Germ will be in the comments raving about like how hype he is for this as well. But yeah, all in all, just really looking forward to this. I really enjoyed Million Lives, so now I'm looking forward to Shiny Colors. All right, then. With that out of the way, then, let's head right into some Sakamichi news, and we've got quite a bit. So, I'll let you start with the main topic of this discussion, which is some new singles that are coming out for Hinatazaka and Nogizaka. So, you have the field.
So yeah, there were some single announcements earlier on in the month, but obviously now a lot of Hinata and Nogizaka fans know that their respective 11th and 35th singles were postponed due to supposed production issues. Hinatazaka's 11th single, which doesn't have a title yet, is now in the air, whether like in terms of a release date. But the former release date was April 10th. I guess I guess it's because they don't want to clash with Nogi, whose new release date is April 10th. And then the former release date was the 27th of this month. But Nogi fans did get to hear what this title track sounded like during the group's 12th year birthday live concert on the last day, which was yesterday, I think. So
okay.
Yeah. It's a disco song. I don't know how I feel about it, but a lot of fans like it, considering it is actually Yamashita Mizuki's graduation single. So,
oh, okay. I'll have to listen to that because I haven't heard it yet.
Listen to it fully, but there is a disco beat to what I've listened to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking about it now, it's actually, I'm trying to think, I don't know if there is a ton of overlap between like with like Sakamichi
single.
groups
Yeah.
or even AKB48 sister groups, it feels like two different groups releasing something on the same day is like super rare.
I know it's not common in Sakamichi at all because
Mm.
obviously Hinatazaka and they're all under Sony, obviously Sony Music.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully we will get an update on Hinatazaka's side
Mm.
soon, since they've already got a confirmed date for Nogizaka, and we got to see a little performance of it during one of their recent concerts. So, yeah,
I mean,
okay.
there is like formation information on Hinatazaka's single.
Oh.
Um, if I remember correctly, it's a Shogenji Yoko Center.
Okay.
Um, so which is interesting because I'm surprised that they put a fourth gen member as center for a title track, but I guess it makes
Oh.
sense. But I guess it makes sense considering two first gen members are graduating soon.
Mm.
Um, obviously with Saito Kyoko first and then Takamoto Ayaka after. We'll get her graduation
No, yeah,
announcement later, but
we can go ahead and talk about that now, but yeah, I was actually gonna say since I'm not familiar with some of the newer Hinatazaka members at all, I've kind of fallen out of the loop with
neither
them.
yeah,
So,
neither do I.
okay, so Yoko is a fourth gen member.
Fourth gen member,
Okay.
yes.
Well, all right then.
I think this is also the first time that they've used the Senbatsu system, like Sakura Zaka have done since their seventh single.
Oh.
So it is fairly new, I think. So
Oh yeah, now that I think about it, like Hinatazaka songs have always kind of been generally like it's the full group doing it. That's always the vibe I've kind of gotten from them. So yeah, okay. So this is
I
gonna be
think
their first like Senbatsu selection lineup.
it was a matter of when, not if they were gonna do it. Because I feel like with Sakura Zaka doing it now as well, it was a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the groups getting bigger, obviously, with Sakura Zaka in their third gen, Hinata in their fourth gen, Nogi in their fifth gen. It was bound to happen.
Uh-huh.
Like, well,
Yeah, that
the
makes
question,
sense.
the question people have is, what would Hinata call their non-Senbatsu members? Because Nogi have their unders,
And then Sakurazaka,
Sakura
it's the
Zaka have
back members.
backs members, yes. So
So under backs. Hmm. I'm trying
what
to
are they
think
gonna
of like
call?
what sort of similar sounding phrases we have left, but
I'm drawing a blank.
yeah, I can't think of any either. Well, we shall see.
But yeah, going on to Ayaka.
Hmm.
Um, so she'll be graduating after. I thought it was like after the promotion of the 11 single. So now we don't even have a definite date for Ayaka's graduation either.
Mm.
So that's what I'm getting from a Google translated version of her blog. But
Hmm.
yes.
Okay, so that probably means for the upcoming single, we'll probably also get an Ayaka graduation song on there as like a B-side.
I don't think so. Because
No?
I feel like I don't think so. Because I feel like because Kyunko's graduation concert is around the time of Hinata's um debut as well. So it's like mm, they're like they're equivalent of Nogi's birthday life. So it's a bit like
Mm.
if
Oh, okay.
Kyunko didn't have one, then I don't think Ayaka would have one either.
Actually, yeah, I was about to ask if Kyunko had one because again, I've been kind of
Unless
behind with.
unless they release one just before fourth year Hinatansai, but I doubt it, to be honest.
Like, it could be a similar
Or is it fifth
situation
year?
with Yuipon's graduation solo, where it's like a separate
Mm,
single released. Like, it's still somewhat connected to the single, but it's kind of its own thing as well.
it's the same with Yuka actually. They released Sonohimade as part of Sakurazuki later on, and then Pon
Right, that's
obviously
right. I
with
remember
Shonen
that.
Yoku. So maybe, but I don't know. They would have released something by now, I think.
Yeah. Because, like, not
But
giving
yeah,
Saito Kyoko a freaking graduation song, I feel like would just be unbelievable because that girl can sing.
does make me wonder what would Kyonko end up doing after graduation? Because some other surprising idol news, um, like a lot of idols have gone, like former idols, especially Sakamichi idols. I've found have gone into acting,
Mm-hmm.
like Watanabe Miho, Mori Akane,
Mm-hmm.
Sagai Yuka,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
a few Nogi members. I think Ikuchan as well, Ikuterika as well, Iko
Yeah,
Marina.
yeah, she's
A
done.
lot
I've
of
seen her do some like stage plays and stuff, especially musicals. Because again, that girl can also sing.
mm-hmm. So it's like, what can Kyongo like? What would Kyongo be willing to do after graduation? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can do a lot.
That's true.
So
All right then. But yeah, I agree. It's definitely interesting because yeah, she's a really good singer, but she's also a really good actress as well. We've seen that in so many dramas that she's been in, both within and without of Sakamichi. Okay, I hear you. You're gonna have to give me a second before I can open the door, okay? My cat is so funny. Uh, anyways, if we're speaking on some acting gigs though, apparently Fujiyoshi Karin got a big one. Girls on a Roll. And I'm very interested to see what this is like. So, Fujiyoshi Karin got her first leading role in a movie. So, we have this pulled up so it shows a little bit of some visuals and a little bit about the movie itself. Shinmai Kisha Toroko, or Rookie Reporter Toroko. So we'll read a little bit about what the synopsis is like here. First year high school student Toroko Yui, which is played by Karin, is a bookworm who finally enters the prestigious Sakuraba Gakuen High School, where her favorite author Midorimachi Konoha is enrolled in. But when she takes the entrance exam for the literature club, the newspaper club's reconnaissance drone hits her in the head. Wait. Causing her to miss her chance to join the club. When she learned that no one knows who Konoha is, Sayonji Mari. Yes, I hear you. Michael, do you want to read the rest of this synopsis while I go take care of my cat? Because she wants to leave now. Okay, he's not responding. I'll keep going. When she learned that no one knows who Konoha is, Sayonji Mari, the head of the literature club, tasked her with finding Konoha's true identity as the condition for joining the club, and so Yui decides to join the newspaper club to find that information. Although Yui gets pushed around by the newspaper club's president Sugihara Kasane and vice president Onda Haruna, as she works as a rookie journalist, Yui becomes attracted to the charm of the newspaper and the journalist. However, the school's great darkness hidden in the existence of Midorimachi Konoha gradually comes to light. Literature or newspaper? What will Yui choose when the truth is revealed? Well, all right. I'm already very intrigued by this plot. Just the idea of like, oh, the main character gets hit with a drone that prevents her from joining the literature club. It's like, what? Okay. That's a wild premise. But yeah, this sounds very interesting. So I'm curious to see what this character is going to be like and how Karin is going to portray it. Like, Karin, like I said, she's just been on a roll with these acting gigs from Tsukutabe to Aoharu Ride. So like now with this is a freaking movie role and she's got the lead part in it. So all right, this is very exciting. So this is going to be coming out in early August, August 9th. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. Okay, I see. He had to step away for a bit. Okay, there you are. You back?
I'm alive. I'm alive.
Okay, well, I just got finished talking about Kaiden's news, so
Oh, yeah,
why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about Habu, actually, while I go step away and take care of my cat.
Okay, so former Sakura Saka member Habu Mizuho. I think this was revealed during her fan meet, but she's releasing a solo mini album in June. That's all we really know. In addition to that, her first solo song titled Reboot will be released next Tuesday, on 19th of March. So I'm actually interested because Habu is not someone I would have thought
Like,
would
as
end
a
up
solo
debuting as a
singer,
soloist.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, all right. But yeah, I agree. This is gonna be interesting. Like, I wonder what kind of direction she's gonna go for as like a solo singer.
Same. But yeah, like I arguably haven't been really keeping up with Sakura's after graduates as much as I should. But especially my former Roshi, Moria Hanechan, who's actually in the movie. I can't remember. I can't remember what the title's called. But she plays one of the main characters' wives. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But I can't remember the title.
Well,
um,
all right.
I find that you can edit it in the description or something because yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Speaking
Okay.
of solo debuts, another former Sakamichi member also is releasing a solo mini album EP
Ah.
on the same day Nogizaka's 35th single releases. So ironically, she is a former Nogi member.
Uh-huh.
I can't pronounce the title, but yes, it will really.
I believe
Ikuta
you pronounce
Erika.
that as capriccioso.
I don't know. I'm not Italian, so I don't know. It sounds Italian, so I don't know.
Well, I think it's
But
capriccioso. I forget, I don't know what exactly the term means, but it sounds like a music term. So I think that makes sense, again, given Erika's background in music. Because she's also a
yeah,
piano player, isn't she? Doesn't she play
mm-hmm.
piano? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it's probably a
Uh,
reference to that.
yeah, I just used. Google Docs is define button. Um, so it's especially as I guess, a musical direction in a free, playful, impulsive style.
Ah, okay. I feel like that makes sense for Erika because she kind of has like
Mm,
she has a very like lively kind of my pace type of energy. Like
mm,
she's very playful and very goofy. So I think
mm.
that makes sense for her. It kind of suits her personality. So yeah, I haven't seen the music video for Laundry, which is on the EP, so I'll have to check that
Neither
out
have I.
later.
So yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, that's that's pretty funny how she ended up getting like the same release date as Nogi's upcoming next single.
Well, that was because it got Nogi's single got
I mean,
postponed,
true,
obviously.
true,
Yeah.
but still, the fact that that ended up happening is like so serendipitous. But yeah.
Person I didn't really haven't really heard much of until literally yesterday when I saw this news. Is Matthew Jirana.
Uh-huh.
So on her birthday, Nagoya-based capsule toy company um, called Dream Capsule announced on her birthday
Mhm.
that they were appointing her as their official image character.
Mhm. I saw that too.
So I was like, wait a minute, I've not heard from her in ages, and now suddenly this.
Yeah, she's kind of like
Uh,
slowly been getting back into things. Like
hmm.
I've seen her updating her Instagram of like she's going to different like saunas and bathhouses. I think she's coming out with a calendar
Ooh,
and I know that like she had her first TV appearance in a while. I forget what exactly the show was for, but she had her first TV appearance in a while since she's like kind of been on break. But yeah, she's like slowly kind of getting back into things. So,
I'm glad.
mhm. But yeah, this sounds cute.
Sorry, now like the thought of capsule toys just reminds me of my Sakura Sakawashi because she loves her capsule toys as well. So it's like but everything reminds you of something, doesn't it?
Of course, of course. I know how that is.
Ooh, I just saw this. Sasaki Kumi is set to host new TV Tokyo sports show. Huh.
Ooh,
Because she is a big baseball fan, so it makes sense.
cool.
Anyway, the more I
All
know.
right then. To kind of wrap things up, I'm gonna sweep us back over into the K-pop side of things. So, our
Go on.
moon girlies have been pretty busy. Um, we'll start in particular with probably the happiest news. Chu winning the appeal case against Blockberry Creative. So yeah, this was a whole ordeal that went down like when things initially kind of the falling out with Blockberry. But yeah, it's basically what happened was that we have the official statement up here. So Chu from Luna won an appeal filed by her former company regarding the lawsuit, which asked to confirm the non-validity of her exclusive contract. Ba- Basically, just there was so much that went down, and Blockberry basically, going down kicking and screaming like they were putting up they did not want to admit defeat, but they still it's just like, "Oh my gosh." it's interesting, you know? Like sorry, I'm just like stunned silence because like everything that's been going on in terms of like the legal side, and this is like obviously I am not a law student.
I'm not a lawyer either, but like reading through this is just funny. Like, and I'm not a Luna.
Right, it's like it's crazy to think that like Blockberry, they had like a literal, they had the opportunity to like actually make
Settle.
something great with Luna,
Yeah.
but they
Like,
instead decided to just sabotage them at every opportunity they
mm,
could. Like I kind of became I became a fan of Luna like in the midst of like the hiatus or the drought period after Butterfly era, after their first appearance at KCON LA, which was like that was a huge deal back then, but I didn't know about any of that. I was just coming in, and this was when in the midst of like they weren't doing anything. Oh, sorry, I just knocked over my phone. But yeah, thinking about just everything from for the fact that example with Butterfly era, the fact that there was a shortage of albums that were released, the fact that that was like deliberate on their part because they were purposefully trying to screw over the girls, like, or some, what the heck? Like,
and the fact that, sorry, go on.
no, yeah, it's just like, it's crazy to think that, like, they went in the complete wrong direction with, like, how to manage Luna as a group when they could have been extremely successful in the industry, but instead they were just thinking about themselves.
Yeah, the fact that Ju in her first trial, her representatives, like the fact that, like from a finance side, like 3 times the amount spent by the agency on top of 15% of the expected revenue from entertainment activities in compensation of termination of the contract. Like, depending on how much they spent, like 3 times plus 15%, like that's mind-boggling to me. And I work in finance. Like, it's like, I don't see the point in that. Like, like, and like every step of this, Blockberry could have easily settled out of court,
Mm-hmm.
but clearly this company is petty enough not to.
Right. Like, it really
Like,
is crazy to think like the bullshit that the girls had to put up with, like none of them ever getting paid for any of their work since the project began, so many of them getting screwed over,
yeah.
and like so many of them joining when they were still minors, they're still students, they're still very very young.
Hold on. Hold on. At the time, Luna recorded a revenue of 2.88 million Korean won, with a profit of 1.1 billion Korean won, and as such, were not paid. And that was 38% of their revenue. Like, what the? Okay, I shouldn't swear, but flip it out. Like,
Listen, I already said
I
bullshit, so it's
don't.
okay, you can swear if you want to, but yeah, also
Oh, fuck it
I
out,
have
man.
coffee, I have snacks.
What the fuck? And like 40% of the group's revenue. Where did that even go? Like, where did that
I don't
even
know.
go?
I don't know. I'm bad at
And,
math, and even
and
I
then,
know that, like, this is messed up. They really just said, we only care about the money that benefits us, which is all the money. We want all the money. We don't care about the girls or, like, whatever they're doing. It's, so happy that they all got out of that. I can't I can't even imagine how worse things could have gotten had they stuck around any longer. Cause like you look at them now, you look at our girls now, they're out of Blockberry. They won the injunction to terminate their contracts. They are out thriving, making music again, being able to see their fans again, properly getting paid for their work, and BBC are just being petty about it because they're mad that their cash cow left them. So yeah, on that note, we've got some exciting stuff coming up. The Lucemble girls have been teasing like their next comeback. They've been teasing a lot about the light stick design because fans have been asking, "Oh, what does the light stick look like?" And they've been very teasing like you guys are going to be surprised. Like the way that they've been saying it is like it's a very unique design, so I'm very curious now what it's going to be like because like we have the classic Luna light stick, which is like this royal scepter looking thing. We have Chu's very cute, cartoony, like daisy flower. And then we have ARTMS, which is literally a bow and arrow, and like the light is the crystal arrow tip. Is like, that's awesome. So, like, what's it gonna be for
that sounds cool.
Lucemble? They've kind of disproven one of the theories I saw fans speculate on is like, is it gonna be a rocket? But I think someone said no, it's not a rocket. Someone suggested a shooting star design, and then Yojin was like, "Wait, is this a spoiler?" So we might be getting a song called "Shooting Star" or something. That's apparently some sort of hint for something, I guess. And then we
I
have
don't know. I'm just imagining what the hell this could be. Like, I can't remember the group, but wasn't there a group with like a tall ass light stick? I can't remember which group that was.
Oh, you mean Dreamcatcher? You
Oh
mean
yeah, like
Dreamcatcher
I
with
had
their
this.
staff that you can connect
I,
infinite extension bars to so you could have it reach towards the ceiling?
I had a feeling it was Dreamcatcher, but I wasn't sure. Uh, like you can
No,
make
yeah,
one
it's
the height of you. It's funny.
taller than you! Taller than several people! Dreamcatcher really made such an iconic light stick of just being like, oh yeah, the staff has extensions. So if you put however many extensions on it, you can literally have your light stick go up to be like this freaking tall, and multiple people can hold it in the air. And I still can never get over like stuff of like when the members had like the super long light sticks and were dancing with it, and Suo was
That, that,
dancing
that,
around it like a
I,
stripper pole.
I think I think that was the clip I saw. Like
Uh huh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's so funny. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to top that. But yeah, so
Sometimes the light stick like
so
it's a
there's that. The
stripper pole.
Lucemble light stick, we're all very excited. Um Eve is preparing stuff, but like announcements keep getting delayed, so hopefully good news coming soon. She did upload a couple of vlogs of when she went to spend some time in Japan. I believe that was around the
Oh,
time she filmed like a cover video that she did. It was either there or in Korea. Anyways, like she was in Japan for a little while, so we got to see a little two-part vlog of her spending time in there. So that's cute. And now Artemis is doing something really crazy because for their first
holy
full-length
shit.
album, we are getting not one, not two, not even three, but four pre-release singles from the end of March to mid-May, leading up to the full album release at the end of May. So like
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
we're legit getting four songs in the span of 2 months leading up to a full album. Which, okay, they are really hyping this up, so like already expectations are kind of through the roof. I'm trying to temper them as much as I can, but still, like, the fact that they are going this far means that like this is a huge deal. Like, what are we gonna get from this? We know at least one of the songs that's coming out is Birth, because that was the song that was chosen from the fan poll Gravity on the Cosmos app. So that ended up winning that. So we're getting a music video for that. We know that much. But what about the other singles? Are we going to get music videos or something for them? What kind of songs are we going for? How many songs are going to be on this album? Because I think full length albums, it's at least 10 plus songs. So, like, how many songs are we getting on this? What I'm curious to see is, like, there's a lot of speculation as to if certain songs are going to be featured on the album. For example, we had in a live event that Hustle did with a couple of the members. It was a Hustle solo event, but one of the other members, like, each day came to sing with her. On one of the
Oh.
days when Heejin was there, they sang a song called Blooming Moon, which a lot of people flipped
Oh.
out over because that was actually a completed, fully realized version of a song called Crystal Ballad, which was a proposed demo for a ballad album that Jaden wanted to do with
Oh.
Luna, but it never happened. It was always in
Interesting.
the delayed but someday limbo, and nobody knew if the songs were finished, if they even existed. Are they coming out? Are they not? Is this a thing? Is it not? It turns out, no. They never recorded full versions of the song, but the fact that we got a full version of one of the songs leaves the door open to many fans speculating, are we getting the rest of the songs that were proposed for the ballad album? Even if we don't get a ballad album for Artemis, are those songs that were proposed for the ballad album, could they be repurposed here for Artemis? So, yeah, a lot of people are excited, especially for Hyper Ballad, because out of the three little demo snippets we got for them, Hyper Ballad was the most hype, because it sounded like an Odd Eye Circle song, and a lot of people they really wanted Hyper Ballad. Like, out of the three ballad
Oh.
songs for the album, they were like, we want Hyper Ballad, we love Hyper Ballad, we need Hyper Ballad. It's like Hyper Ballad got so much hype and so much love, even though it doesn't exist. So yeah, that does make me curious now. It's like, now that we got Crystal Ballad in the form of Blooming Moon, are we gonna get Hyper Ballad? So yeah,
We'll see.
we will see. So the first single, Birth, which I'm so excited for because this is like a goth pop dark concept and sound. So I'm so excited to see what kind of concept they were gonna go for in the music video and how this song is gonna sound, because it doesn't sound like anything that they've done before. And to hear what else the songs are gonna be like. So Birth is going to come out on the 29th of this month, so that's a little over 2 weeks from now. And then going from there, April 11th, we're getting the second single. April 25th, shortly after that, we're getting the third single. And then May 10th, we're getting the fourth pre-release single. And then finally, May 31st is when we get the full album for ARTMS DALL, which is Divine All Love and Live. I found that so interesting that, like, they took the word DALL, which was kind of a pun because DALL means moon, and obviously that's a big thing in Luna's concept, and also made it an acronym. And also the fact that Love and Live, or Love and Live, ties into their lore with one of their previous units. Luna One Third had an album called Love and Live, and the title track, the English version of that, was called Love and Live, so it's like, what are we doing here? Obviously, Jaden really loves making callbacks and stuff to, like, the previous lore. It's like, oh man, I forgot about this. When he first announced the Artemis project, there was a sound snippet that sounded like kind of the original demo for what the Hash album Burn was going to be, but that got scrapped because there was a falling out between him and BBC that led to him leaving and doing his own thing. That's a whole thing. Oh my gosh. Is crazy to think, like, what this is going to be like is setting up so many expectations, which again, obviously I'm trying to temper, but obviously I'm excited. Just in general, I'm very excited now to see more of, like, what we're gonna get from Artemis and Lucemble and Chu and Eve and yeah.
Again, I don't know much about Luna or any of the groups that spread off from Luna, but
Mhm.
uh, if you're excited about it, then I'm happy for you.
Mhm.
Like, you're finally free from Blockberry and everything. Like, I'm just glad for all the members and the fans, really.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, I guess with that kind of wraps things up. So, yeah, so kind of had to calm down from that. I guess there is kind of one more thing now that I think about it that I had forgotten to bring up. So, um, I don't know if you had seen it, but when I was chatting with my friend Sky, we watched the recent AKB48 music video for Kashiwagi Yuki's graduation song, the single Karakon Wink. So we saw
Hmm.
that. I was wondering if you had seen that or no.
No, I'm not gonna lie. No.
Ah, okay, okay. But yeah, we watched that together. I thought it was alright. It's, again, kind of in the same vein as with a lot of their recent stuff, like, very traditional, old school, kind of calling back to, like, earlier AKB. Plus, obviously, it being kind of a send off to Yukinin as well. I was like, okay, this is alright.
Hmm.
It's not amazing, but I think it serves its purpose. Just one thing I'm confused about, though, in the music video is that the ending felt very abrupt. like me and Sky were both kind of like, oh wait, it's over already. So like we were kind of confused on that. So I'm curious if like that's gonna tie into if we get a music video for Yukirin's graduation song, whether that be like a solo or whatever. Like I'm wondering if that's gonna like tie into it. If like Yukirin's graduation solo song, whatever they end up doing, if the music video for that is gonna somehow tie into that, because again, it just felt
Mm.
like it felt like it could have gone on like a second or so longer, but it felt just very abrupt the way that it ended. So yeah, it'll
Mm.
curious to see what they'll do with that. But yeah, all in all, I just thought it was all right. So yeah, in that case, that'll actually wrap things up there. So yeah, if you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below and subscribe for more content. And we'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye bye.